Oh my god. Hello. Am I live? Oh, what's streaming? Oh. Yeah. I am. Oh, 2 viewers, apparently. I need to actually pick a stream match. Admin BC. Oh, not an admin. In stream BC. There we go. And then let's add. Let's add just desktop audio. Boom. Done. So, can you hear everything? Yep. I'll do it. So, Midweek Mashing. I'm such a great former TO. I've definitely looked at all of these matches and who's here. Oh, if it's started. There we go. I've started bracket. Let's look at more like middling seed one that I might see less of later in the tournament. Is it 7 and 10? Oh. So. Oh, I'm dying up in there.
Step into the ring.
So, Fury versus Zaha. Zapdos. Hello, Toby. How are you doing on this fine evening? Have I picked like one of the sets that's gonna have like a DQ? Zaha has 4 minutes left. Well, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna have chosen the only set to DQ, aren't I? Ugh. It's more than a little classic. Actually, most of these matches are started. I'll see if I can catch a different one. Actually, if I DQ, yeah, no. Okay. So, I will... So, I will hopefully be doing... So Tract is going to be, I think, default DDD. And then Terrence updated. Oh. Nice. Ugh. Let's see quite how rusty my comms are gonna be. But it'll be fun, hopefully. You have already, well, you'll be DQ'd next, don't worry, Fury. So we're going FD with Terry DDD right now. I know it's a great stage for Terry, but as someone who plays against a lot of DDD, I can definitely see the advantages as being able to make better use of Gordo without the platforms can be really quite nice. But we'll have to see how Trek kind of plays.
3, 2, 1, go!
I mean, Trek instantly starting with the stage control. DD being quite so slow and having zero approach options, stage control is such an important aspect of the character. So, Trek coming off with the early lead here, and the Jet Hammer, that takes stop 1 very, very early, pulling out that power dunk. Trek seems to already know this matchup very well. Trek plays both of these characters, so definitely knows what Terry does and probably how to punish it as well. I mean, evidently, considering he's feeling confident enough to go for these Jet Hammers. But excellent defensive play from Trek here. Really wants to get all 3 kills with the Jet Hammer, it looks like. But Sarek's still hitting back with some like bread and butter Terry combos. Jab, obviously, what Terry wants to go for in neutral, but doesn't quite work out for him there. Yeah, Terry down tilt, obviously, incredibly strong. Trek's struggling to deal with it. Has been doing pretty well in the match, but down tilt seems to be unpunished as of yet. -6 on shield. Very, very difficult to punish. Combos into basically everything. Sarek's playing really well here. Just can't quite find this kill. Like, without landing a combo starters, DDD is an absolute slog to get through. Because even that south spot, the Burning Knuckle, just not even getting close to killing. Yeah, getting a little desperate, throwing out the burst option to neutral, and gets the 3rd kill with the Jet Hammer. Definitely using the fact that Seraph is pressing a lot of buttons to Trek's advantage. using that super armor to great effect there, and Trek takes game 1. I do wonder if we'll see a stage adaptation from Sarek here. It's a great stage for Terry, but there's only so much you can do. Maybe the platforms will help with the disadvantage, because they were getting caught out with their landings quite a lot. And I think that to properly capitalize, or not capitalize, but to properly avoid that, I think platforms might be necessary. So looking at the rest of the bracket, the second seed Brewer just beat Bucky. Coast Rider's currently fighting Mario Blue after Tate McCroy DQ'd. Fury is waiting for the winner of this match, but wants to be DQ'd. Currently, Toji Holoama is going 1-1. It's unfortunate they're seeing into each other, they're from the same region. Tracked actually both making both Tracked and Sarek making a switch here, with Sarek going Sonic and Tracked switching to the Pocket Brawler. I've not seen this brawler personally, but I do know he plays a bit. I can understand Sonic making it a lot harder for Mii Brawler to land its hits. He's a bit evasive, but being a lot lighter, maybe this will be how Sarek finds his kills. Edge guarding Mii Brawler, if you can catch him out of paint jump, that would be a very, very strong position for Sonic to be in. Looks like we'll be going to small battlefield. That's a great stage for Mii Brawler, but then again, what isn't? It's a bit of a small stage as well, which I don't think that Sonic massively appreciates, but you can't go too wrong with a Sonic stage, can you?
3.
Ooh, that is
2.
some connection, huh?
1. Go!
Oh, seems to have... Never mind. Okay. Oh, it's playing it out. I would be very surprised to see them play this out. This is absolutely horrendous. Connection errors occurred. Never mind, that was just me spectating. Well, this will be a riveting match. Sounds like... I had this issue where I kept getting booted out to spectate. So if that continues, then I probably won't be able to Why's that set not starting? Well, that was in unison. So... Ooh, hello. The set should be over in a second. If not, then I've massively messed up. But yeah, just gotta wait for the Sonic game to finish. I got kicked out of Spectate, so I've got no clue how the game is going. Momo is playing Sephiroth, and the stage is going to be PS2. So, Mega Man Sephiroth is we've got next. As someone who knows absolutely nothing about both of those characters, I would say, okay, so I will say actually that Sarek actually took that game. So it's currently 1-1 between Sarek with Sonic and Trekked with we'll see who Trekked is going to be playing this game. So Sarek is now going to be on Meta Knight, and Trekked is back to DDD. Meta Knight. There we go. So game 3, they're currently deciding on the stage. It'll be between Smashville, FD, PS2, Kalos, Small Battlefield, and Town. Now, I know that both DDD and Meta Knights like Town, but I suspect we might be seeing an FD run back. It is in fact an FD run back. Ugh. Let's see, do I get kicked out of Spectate this time? Remains to be seen. I was hoping to get some comms practice in, but I think that the game says otherwise.
3, 2, 1, go!
Tracked here back on the DDD, very much one of their best characters. One of their co-mains, in fact. And Tracked obviously showing it here with this great defensive play. Meta Knight with the multi-hits is kind of struggling to hit back this Gordo, but now Tracked has him exactly where he wants to be. Like, on the ledge is where DDD shines, but slightly too greedy for that Jet Hammer. Maybe Track should probably focus on more F-tilt and just getting the damage up, because while getting that early kill with Jet Hammer is really strong, you're not going to hit it every time, especially against someone who got hit by it twice in the first game. But yeah, really strong up smash call out there. Track coming off to a decently large early lead. DD just doing so much damage with his aerials. Yeah, Sarek, wise from game 1, knowing not to just fade into DDD holding that. Too much armor, it's frame 7 with frame 1 armor. So unfortunately for Meta Knight, doesn't have like a pestering tool like a projectile to deal with it. But using great movement here, but getting slightly too greedy. DD is so slow when he does that. You can just land on the other side of the stage. But yeah, Sarek getting very, very antsy for this kill. DD living so much longer than he ever should. But 116, honestly, he could live for another 40% here. Sarek just needs to disengage and then wait for an opportunity. This is incredibly scary. But Tracked is really thirsting for this. And gets the dash attack for a 3 stock. That will be Tracked winning that game 2-1. Very good showing from Sarek though. They were using good movement to avoid that Jet Hammer in that game 3, and they took game 2, which sadly we couldn't see. But next up we have Momo. I've forgotten her full tag. Lady Annie Momo versus Thorn 5. So Lady Annie Momo is going to be playing Sephiroth. That is Pyramith. Sephiroth, and Thorn will be playing Mega Man. So, jumping straight into game 1 here. This is on PS2. Stage both these characters really like. They both want this huge amount of space. I will say the Lemons being slightly higher range than Sephiroth probably makes it quite difficult with Seph's bad movement to get in. So Thorm really wants to keep this space, like just pest her until runs out, but Annie still keeping up quite well here. Not quite pursuing that advantage state. Maybe throwing the stage positioning. But Mega Man's, while his defensive options are incredible, really can't do that much off the ledge. His airspeed is not high enough to really make great use of fair. So maybe that's something that Annie needs to do for the next stock. But currently 83% to 42, Annie getting the advantage state here. Disengaging from the crash bomber, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm making great use of this side B here. It's just doing chipping away, forcing defensive options, and that's dead. Did not get to make much use of one wing. Got one advantage state, but with crash bomber at the ledge, you kind of just have to give it up. Hope they hope that you can catch the jump from ledge. But yeah, so I'm taking the first stock here. With a lead, a character like Mega Man can really run away with the game because not being forced to approach is really, really strong positioning here. Like, taking center stage, which Annie has just done now, is really strong. So much room to dash back. And, yeah, especially your high percent like 114, forward tilt's not going to start picking up a kill for another 30-40% here. I think, but Sephiroth's so light. Probably equally at kill percent here, honestly. Back air will kill Thorm here, but only with a sweet spot. That forward air, very, very weak at the south spot. Same with all of Sephiroth's hitboxes there. Really not doing too many favors. That should be dead. Just about. Even across the entirety of PS2. 189. Like, Mega Man should not be living here. Great DI by Thorm there. So, in terms of kind of tabled here, like, I eat my words, commentator's curse, they both trade stocks here. Devastating offstage interaction here, but it is overall good for Annie. She has managed to make it back all the way to even from that half stock deficit she started with. Just, can she capitalize off of it? She was doing so good in advantage, it's just getting there against the character that throws out so many difficult to punish buttons. Yeah, shield's low, so Sephiroth might want to be going for some for some shield breakers here. But interesting to note that that side B is beating Leaf Shield, at least a good chunk of the time. And that's a pretty tall order for most Smash moves. It's got a lot of priority and protects Mega Man a lot better than you think. But that ball on Throne, quite possibly getting killed, not quite. Mega Man heavy, but that's definitely scared him to put it right back to even. Wing is in play. That extra speed definitely going to be helping against Mega Man here. And the extra jump as well to get around all of these options. But they are using a lot of their jump very early. I do worry if they're going to get forced to land into one of these Mega Man forward smashes. They're going to start killing from center stage pretty soon. Very, very close. I do feel potentially a counter here with how often they're throwing out strong moves. But Mega Man F Smash 1 of, if not the weakest in the game, but obviously exchanged that for a lot of range. But yeah, ledge trap scenario here. Sweet spot forward tilt, probably starting to kill here. This much rage, like, both characters are very wide, but that'll just about end it. Yeah, very low angle on that forward smash there, but Thorn takes game one. Very, very close fashion though. Looking at the rest of the bracket, Coast Riders just beating Mario Blue 2-1 in the Luigi Ditto. Fury DQing, as I said, meaning Track versus Coast Riders currently win as semis. Oh. Toji is currently 1-1 in winners round 2. Which this is actually, so I'm gonna update. And in losers, Holoama and Animatics have beaten Bucky and Nelly respectively. And Mario Blue is currently 1-0 up on Holoama.
3, 2,
So on a smaller stage here, which I think that definitely benefits Annie based on how this last game went. Like, Mega Man was just such a pain to get into, and while Sephiroth did benefit from the longevity a little bit, like, the difficulty of getting in is just such a big pill to swallow. But they're coming off to a very, very strong start here. Like, huge advantage state, 91%. Trying to get away, his character is big and as kind of immobile as Sephiroth is. Got some... do have wing now though, which kind of helps with that immobility. But I do wonder if we'll see strong edge guards hit from Momo. That forward smash is not quite killing. Another one center stage probably just about living, but percents are very, very even this game. And you're getting hit by a lot of these crash bombers. That up air definitely gonna kill. That percent doesn't matter if you jump out of it or not. You're just dead. So, a lot less damage than I thought the Smash must have with, but yeah, they're making a lot of use of this forward smash. Like, I feel like with Wing, Momo should probably be preempting it more and getting in there with strong aerial and Nair to like set them up into advantage state. But 150, definitely looking for a back air here. Mega Man playing very, very evasive. Just chipping away is just incredibly difficult situation to be in when you're down with a character like this. But even the south spot there still picks up that KO. 173. Sephiroth really not liking killing this Mega Man. Like, definitely using a lot of jumps here to get over. Yeah, you can get on stream next. So it will be Tochi versus the winner of this set on stream next. But yeah, Annie managing to even up the stock count a little bit, but still struggling to get this damage down, and that up tilt, frame 7, just absolutely like murdering there. Could have killed 30% earlier. Budget Shoryuken is still a Shoryuken. 60% to 40, but Annie's a stop down. They're gonna have to pull out some stops here to try and get through. Yeah, Mega Man's sitting under that platform, making it very difficult to jump in with a full hop, and that short hop very, very difficult to time against that forward smash. Yeah, just throwing it out is just like a huge kind of slow moving projectile. It just covers a lot of space and forces you to respect it, especially as a character as light as Sephiroth, where even things weak as forward smash will kill. But that will be it. 2 stops for the room to stay into winners bracket and fight Toji next, who just upset second seed of the tournament. But yeah, Mega Man Bayo. That is an interesting matchup that I don't think I will have ever seen played. once this set's over, I'll try and nab one starting losers. Here's our first best of 5, which I need to update. Tracked Coast Rider currently in its first game. We'll have to see how that'll turn out. I know that DDD is a huge combo target for Luigi, but Tracked is the higher seed, so I'll have to see how it plays out. Yeah, we will be seeing Mega Man Bayo coming out here. Throne does have or at least did have a Game & Watch, so if this goes poorly we might see that. But yeah, Bayo's gonna have a little bit of trouble getting in, so this might be the game of the patient here. Throne banning Yoshi's FD and Hollow Bastion makes a lot of sense. Yoshi's especially tiny stage, the Bayo does not. The Bayo can make great use of with the triplats. But we will be going to Battlefield, which I don't know much about Mega Man, but I know that is a great stage for Bayo. So, starting off this game, Throne's retreating to the corner. Toji trying to make use of guns, but that is actually a very strong tool here, using which time to force Mega Man to not use stuff like Crash Bomber and slower projectiles. Seems like it could be very, very strong in this matchup. And Toji coming off the Angel platform, swinging here. Not the Angel platform, just coming out swinging here. They are like getting a lot of combos, like abusing Mega Man's kind of like very comboable stats, kind of floaty with a pretty medium weight stat, pretty similar to a lot of characters. But that forward smash definitely calling out Mega Man for trying to be evasive. It's so huge. It's not the strongest thing in the world, but it's not the hardest to hit either. Yeah, Toji definitely happy and content to play it safe here. Throne needs to approach, like you can chip away at Bayo from this distance, but you're going to be fighting an uphill battle. And Toji, knowing his win con very, very well, is to get a lead and fucking keep it. But still mixing up the aggression here, like using that afterburner kick to get in right on top of Mega Man. Very much keeping him alive, or keeping him in the game. And I'm not sure if that's dead, but that's even more damage. A raw back hit here is probably what Toji's going to be looking for. That's Bayo's best kill option in neutral. But straight hits are going to start killing fairly soon here. But Bayo famously does struggle to kill. Yeah, dash attack, also another thing we're looking for. Crosses up very, very well, and that combo still working at ludicrously high percent. Call it Smash 4, because Bayo is looking broken here. So now 2 stocks to 1. Throne is very much gonna have a tough time here. Doesn't even kill. Mega Man smash attacks very, very weak. And the high blast zone on Battlefield definitely helping Toji out here. Great stage for Bayo, like I said. The combo routes are very good, and just trying to catch this witch is incredibly good. It's incredibly difficult. Back end not quite killing. It's a great move, but both these characters kind of struggle to kill. But I mean, Toji's been showing that's not been an issue for him. and that one will finish it off. Like, 164 is a light character. Like, there's only so much you can get away with. So, very few hits been exchanged in the second I locked away. Toji being very early on these crash bomb counters, missing that one, but the other ones have been pretty delayed. Maybe that's an adaptation for game 2, but at this point that looks like semantics, because they are kind of running away with this game. Thome, that being said, Thome is definitely hitting back here, getting a little bit more of a lead, overtaking the percentage advantage, but still with a stop deficit. And Thome also showing why you pick Battlefield. Definitely that up air pressures that center platform really strong, very, very strong. And Bayo just unable to land here, up like taking like 60% from that advantage state. Down DI from Thome there as well, very, very good. It's a DI not that many people expect. Up and down, kind of the uncommon DI. Speaking of DI, I was in a little rush there. Charged F smash, not quite gonna kill. But was Toji getting a little antsy for the kill? They want this game to be over. They're low percents, they're not getting punished massively. But still, like, I was gonna say is it the end, is it the beginning of the end? But yeah, no, Toji just running away with that game there. Not quite 2 stock, but very, very convincing performance from the Witch there. Was just sorting out DQ and losers. But I should update this. Toji winning game 1. Like I said, very strong performance there. But can they keep it up? They've got 5 games, up to 5 games of this, and I can't imagine it's not mentally taxing. So, game 2 here, we're seeing PS2 here, much larger stage, which I think, I'm not sure who this benefits. I think it'll just benefit the first person to get a stock lead. I think that stock lead is very, very important in this matchup. Currently looking very even, Toji dropping a few confirms to great guy from the lane.
So close.
These counters very risky, but honestly very little reward. Like, when, like, there's only a certain radius in which the counters actually provide anything, but Thome looking a lot stronger this game, keeping them out a lot better with the lemons. But yeah, I'm really liking that down air while covering. It caught Momo out quite a few times, but Bayo is a lot more slippery than Sephiroth is. And believe me, I can tell you they're difficult to guard, but that one is dead. Yeah, Bayo can still kill off the top if you don't SDI correctly, and even then, you can break your controller SDIing. Yeah, Toji definitely playing the long game here. I'm not so sure about the guns though. I really don't think that they're good, because Mega Man can just not jump and it will never hit. Like, yeah, Mega Man up smash once again. But yeah, DI's been a little suspect on Toji's side. And Throne taking the lead with that Crash Bomber, but really these early percents have been where Toji's shined. You can get combo after combo, like the advanced sticks have been really strong, really abusing Midman's poor movement stats. That trade working out very, very well for Toji, getting some good damage there. Trade on the down air probably not quite in their favour, but yeah. Percent very, very even. Throne currently winning, but not by very much. And that's probably ended now. Yeah. So I'm really looking to go out a little instead of going straight up. Which maybe that's something Toji can abuse with some back airs. But yeah, Throne really likes these forward smashes, these percents, but they're not getting away with them quite as much. I see Toji jumped out of that one. That'll kill you very, very, very early. But first time Throne's had a stock lead in this game, and Toji not looking lost, I'd say, but definitely looking a lot less strong. Like, being the one who's forced to approach instead of choosing to is honestly a lot bigger deal than you'd expect. But yeah, Toji definitely doing these back airs, and just very swiftly enough of that stop with that counter there. Using it a lot. I do see that might be potentially Toji's death in the future. I've definitely thrown out many a counter in last hit situations and just been absolutely boomed by it. But that being said, Mega Man not gonna have the strongest punishes. Up tilt, that'll kill quite early, but forward smash? Not really. A very funny percent from Toji here. But that could also all be evened up in, honestly, just like in one combo. Yeah, that won't be quite it, but this advantage state, if Throne can't land properly, no up till catching the landing there, but that'll even up the percent real quick. Not quite dead, but yeah, so I'm really liking this down air. Toji learning not to jump out of that, because if they did, I wouldn't be too sure about their safety. Toji making the best of his special lag, using their full potential. Something's telling me that Toji really wants an up tilt here, and yeah, an up tilt back end is probably what we're going to be looking for. But that back end not quite KOing, but Bayo very light, definitely in a slightly scarier situation here. No ledge, but difficult to hit this. Very, very elusive witch, but that back end should do it. Yeah, maybe with slightly better DI, but Throne takes game 2.
Mega Man wins.
Coast Rider beats Trek 3-0 in winners semis, upsetting the top seed of the tournament. Beating both the DDD and Terry. So I wonder what adjustments we're going to get, because I don't see Throne not banning Battlefield after that first game. That was very, very rough. We might see another smaller stage. We might see something like Small Battlefield or potentially Hollow Bastion coming out here. Yeah, Smashville Battlefield Yoshi is the classic 3 bans for any tournament, but it may be boring, but they are that is definitely 3 strong bans against Bayo. We're seeing Kalos here, so we are doubling down on the defensive gameplay here. Like, the winner, like, whoever gets first lead is definitely in a really strong position. I know Bayo really likes to go here because they've got good combo routes off the side, but I will say Mega Man definitely benefiting from the larger blast zones here. He's going to be dying like very late. I would not be surprised if we see several stocks last above 140 here, because like without an edge guard, which Toji's not been landing quite as much, like, Bayo's kill options are not exactly the strongest. And with good DI and high blast zones, you're gonna have a really tough time killing with any kind of Bayo combo. But yeah, here Toji off to a pretty strong start, 25% to 51, hitting all of the kicks here. Yeah, Thor maybe needs to catch on to the pattern that Toji tends to play defensively, because it's usually ABK into. Is ABK only down with... It's side B into up B into either nair or air dodge most of the time, because that's a very strong thing to punish. You've got a bit of special lag, but if you cancel it down there, it gets rid of all of it. It's just whether Thorm is going to be ready and knowledgeable enough to catch that, because it's only like 20 odd frames of end lag, but you can see it coming into play there. Definitely landing the combo. Like Bayo land with a lot of special lag. But that back air, meaning Toji takes the first stock and immediately retreats to platform. This is going to be a fairly long game. If Toji wants to, they seem to be running in. But maybe it's just a bait luring them into a false sense of security. Throne needs to approach at some point, but there's still 5 minutes on the clock. Like, it will not be a he's not forced to approach just yet. Deficit's really not that much, with Toji not having landed a single hit since taking the stock. Throne taking the stock would just be a fresh clean state. But there'll be another 30-40% on Throne here. Air dodge not quite catching it, probably online making that a little harder to follow through on. But Toji probably quite happy with that. 40% advantage status from playing defensive is quite good. Oh, downer from that. Up air not killing, no jump from Toji. But that forward air definitely well, yeah, Bayo quite light even with Kalos. Oh, very good air dodge through the Throne, definitely knows his own character. But still, 75% to 22. Toji's still looking in good position here. He needs the kill though. It only means so much. He lives for another 50%. Because Mega Man's still got the better kill power in this matchup. I could have sworn there was Cash Bomber in there, but, you know, paint me yellow and call me a Skillboy. Simpson. So, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, Toji taking that stock, that is a very, very difficult spot for Throne now. Like, just chipping away, like, it is tough. Like, kind of no matter what, Toji is, like, winning, even when they're losing. Like, if they are up a stock, if they're losing damage trades, it doesn't matter until they die. 3 minutes left on the clock, this is not unrealistic good time. And just having any sort of percent advantage is real tough. Yeah, Toji really playing quite aggressive, and getting hit by a lot of these Crash Bombers. Honestly, this looks like me playing Cuphead. A lot of avoiding enemy projectiles and catching up the jump with the ABK. Oh, Mega Man back air not connecting, I feel that. Ooh, unfortunate miss punish from Throne there. That up tilt very much could have killed. But 2 minutes, 65% deficit, not looking awful for Throne. Toji really does not want this to go to time now, I don't think. Judging by the way he's playing, he was kind of banking and keep holding on to that stock. But very good use of get up and mid ability from Throne there to wear out the witch time. But 87%. I think Thorin realizes that a timeout probably benefits him. Like, even when he's losing, like, Mega Man is gonna have a much easier time. But Toji kind of realizing 1 minute 26 with this much of a deficit definitely means that it's it could very well go to time, but very dangerous situation for Toji. Very light, one spike, losing his jump could be very detrimental here. 116. 1 minute on the clock, everybody. Start your stopwatches. That was a very, very spooky situation for Toji there. This is a pretty close nail biter. Like, is that back a kill? It doesn't quite. But that will, 100%. Just not going to time. Thorin takes game 3. 2-1 in Thorin's favour. I wonder if we'll see either a stage or a play adaptation from Toji, because there was a little, I won't say it, but maybe a little bit of a choke there. Like, sounds like me after smoking an entire pack. Because, yeah, it was choking and spluttering a little there. This offstage situations were so scary, because that's where you're your weakest, really. Even a character with recovery as good as Bayo. It's tough. Ugh. Looks like we might not be running the stage back. Smashville. Okay, very, very different approach. Probably one of the largest stages versus the absolute smallest. I think that this is a smart adjustment. I think that the combos and the advantage state, well, where Toji was really shining, and like having more close range interactions definitely helps strengthen that aspect. Yes, Coast Rider. This is an incredibly long set. The last game went to 30 seconds. Fun fact, the one and only time I have fought Toji, it went to time, and that is the only person who I've ever timed out in a tournament. But back to the match here, 85% to 19, no real winners here right now. And I don't think that the first stop matters nearly as much as it did in the last two, just because of the stage. It's going to be very difficult for either character to run away for an entire game. But Thorin losing the first stop to that counter on the Crash Bomber, definitely something to be wary of. You should probably if I were Thorin here, I would disengage whenever I throw the Crash Bomber out, because the like benefit of getting maybe a follow-up is nice, but the chance of getting countered, really not the strongest. Not the strongest option. Toji though still making good use of the space, playing more of a hit and run character here. But that Smash definitely clearing it out. Jab getting good, like 18-20% on the board. just these combos keep chipping away at Megman a lot faster than Megman's doing damage. But if Thorm can get these early kills, get these strong neutral positions, then they might be in for a chance here. But you know, Thorm really not staying alive here. That forward smash absolutely murdering. I do wonder what stage ban choices Thorm made between this game and the last. I assume they probably banned Kalos. If not due to an advantage, probably due to just mental health. That was a long game, and if the other 2 to 3 games, or well, 1 to 2 games in the set lasted that long, that probably doesn't put you in a good spot mentally. But Toji definitely having the stage benefit them. Very much searching for this game 5, even percents, but the stock deficit still in Toji's favour, as it has been for honestly most of this set. Might be losing, but it hasn't really seemed like it. Like, that last game looked so good until it didn't, so we'll have to see if the next game will be the same, because it won't be this one. That is 2-2, bringing us to game 5. Now, it is Thorm's choice. I imagine we'll be seeing something along the lines of a PS2 here. Neutral stage in theory, but I think that it does benefit Thorm. Won on it earlier. But that is if Toji doesn't ban it, because that is a real possibility. FD PS2 Kalos were Toji's bans here. So, from here, I don't see any options other than potentially like a small battlefield here. Kind of a rough spot for Mega Man to be in. And I'm right, small battlefield will be the final battlefield for this set. Just checking up on the rest of the bracket. Losers top 8 is currently underway. Currently the top 8 is finalized with Lady Annie Momo, Brewer, Holoama, Animatix, Toji, Throne, Tract, and Coast Rider. But we will have to see who is going to be joining. Who's going to be joining Coast Rider in winners finals here? You know what? We'll have that one on stream as well, and then I can pop down to losers bracket right after. But I can't think either of these characters would want to be engaging with Luigi either. After a quick bathroom break, we're into game 5. Small battlefield.
3,
Honestly,
2, 1, go!
Pretty neutral stage. Have we been here before? We haven't. This is the first time it's been. I think we have had, we've had 5 different stages in 5 games. Honestly, so much more variety. That's not dead, but doesn't put Mega Man in a great spot. Down and not being so slow, one of, if not the slowest aerials in the game. Like Mega Man not quite being able to cover under himself in that situation. Toji really wanting this witch time here. But is in the lead, so isn't being forced to approach. Getting grab here. Very little in the way of advantage state there, but another really strong combo here. Just getting these like 30 to 50% combos from Bayo is really wearing Thorm down in this matchup. And yeah, that gun will finish it off. If you're not ready for it, you need to air dodge through it. Like, it's easy to avoid, but it burns your resources. It's a little tough versus Bayo. Yeah, Toji very content to sit back again here, but still willing to go in. I think he wants some extra damage. He doesn't want to go into this next stock completely completely undamaged. 7% little chip, but honestly every little seems to help in this matchup. Great reaction on the cross up there, but still losing 40%. It's not a small amount, but I wouldn't say it's a large amount either. But for Mega Man, like, he's not actually doing that much damage. Like, when he wins an equal interaction, he needs to win a lot. Honestly, I think both of these characters are going to be difficult. I'm not going to want to engage with Luigi, I'm sorry, bro. But, honestly, percent evened up very quickly at the beginning of this stock. Dome very much making me eat my words about about Mega Man not doing damage, because he's taken the lead. Those up airs, his aerials just do a lot of damage, so if you can grab a string of them, like, they may not be true, but, like, they're not exactly untrue either, you know what I mean. Very, very even percents here. But not having a jump there, I think, just killed Toji. Thorm using his resources to try and burn Toji with like that forward smash, and just throwing the projectiles to force the options to come out. That forward smash, I didn't think that was going to come out. It looked a little bit too preemptive. I was thinking maybe a dash attack might come out here. Like 127, you want to get an advantage here and then land a clean back air. But Thorm's disadvantage has been really strong. It's been really difficult to pin him down. Yeah, Toji getting a little antsy here, maybe. The counter's coming out in full force. I imagine we'll see another one in not too long. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I think that maybe just the raw up smash would have killed. I know there's damage reduction on at which time, but yeah, and that's a really quick and really rough end for that really long set. That was incredibly well played from both players. And we will now be seeing Throne versus Coast Rider in winners finals. Yeah, it was a really good up tilt. Hit from a long distance as well. Beating Lady Annie Momo 3-2 in losers top 8. And Animatics winning 3-2 over Hollow to now face Toji in losers quarterfinals. Okay, time to grab a drink. Min Min coming out from Throne here, really not wanting to play this Luigi, Luigi Mega Man.
3, 2, 1, go!
I cannot find this game for the life of me. Looks like we might be in for another long one. These characters are going to be very, very slow. Slow base, that is. But Min Min, kind of like Gabeyo a bit, has that explosive potential. Like, getting them off stage, like, getting Min Min off stage and Min Min getting you off stage, very good chance someone's dying. That reflector on the up smash in this matchup might come in handy. Like, Dome needs to be quite wary of throwing out forward smashes if Coast Rider's grounded. But yeah, both characters high percent here, but Min Min, stronger character showing like this kill power really makes a huge difference. Which means Coast Rider takes the first stop of Winners Finals. Yeah, Dome really struggling to land a hit here with any real substance. Min Min, she's not fast, but she is hard to hit. Such big hitboxes, and now it's such a good go off the tool, but manages to get that kill in the end. Coast Rider liking that roll in a little bit. But yeah, this Min Min just absolutely impressive in an advantage state. The neutral's been a little more even, but like Coast Rider's just getting so much more per hit, so much more damage, so much better positioning. Min Min just like really just like kind of outclassing Mega Man in a lot of aspects. Similar in the slow rain, like keep out style, but just showing how much better they are at it. But Dome still keeping up, like. Up smash. It's really good. It's not strongest in the world, especially not with that weaker hit. But up tilt from Mega Man might start killing soon. Very, very risky. If he misses the up tilt, he's dead. But honestly, 118, 144, either character could die in a hit or two. Back though, not quite killing. Coast Rider fishing for this up B there. I'm not sure if that's the play, but I mean, who am I to argue? They are currently winning. Ooh, the air dodge into the blast in there, a little rough, but they would have been tough to recover anyway since they didn't have their jump. Which means that now Throne's taking the lead. Coast Rider the underdog here, having they did just upset Trek, but currently the lowest seed in the tournament. But both 5th and 3rd sitting in winners finals. Back though here, that powered up arm could spell disaster for Throne here, but 111 back end near the edge will start coming close to killing. Forward smash with a little more charge as well. But that forward air, really not killing Min Min. Fun fact, being heavier than Mega Man, despite Mega Man being so made of metal. But up smash, yeah, Throne just getting really, really strong leads there at the end. Like, just managing to clutch it out. So I'm not sure what adaptations Ghost Rider is going to take here. I know very little about Mega Man, but looks like it's just going to be a play adjustment because stage looks like it's being run right back.
Three, two, one, go!
Ghost Rider playing very, very aggressive here. Really wanting to get in Mega Man's face, which usually would make sense, but as Min, I'm not sure you want to give up so much of your range. Like, Mega Man's forward air and back air are not slow moves. And while Min's nair is really strong, like, aside from that, if they manage to dash slightly out of nair range, like, Mega Man's got the mid-range advantage, but Ghost Rider managing to make it through this ledge trap. Definitely thrown vibing in that environment. Min not massively to jump, but slightly suspect DI there, I think got Ghost Rider killed. But that megawatt now, gigawatt? I don't know what it is definitely gonna kill that. Super, super strong move. Oh, man. Yeah, very even now. Both characters taking decently early stock there. Decently early. I'm used to Mega Man. Beto 120 is not decently early. But yeah, Ghost Rider having a little bit of a lead here, but honestly really doesn't say much. Like a forward air and a back air probably evens it up. But still chipping away and winning neutral quite a few times. But really, it'll be if like Ghost Rider can land these big like gigawatt moves, start killing around this like 100%. Mega Man off stage, don't know if they've got jump, they do in fact, but to avoid the edge guard, they got air dodge and just can't make it back from there. But that is Min off stage without a jump, but though maybe not realizing that and just sitting safely on stage, which honestly Min's not got the strongest reversal tools. As long as you're ready to tech, and he wouldn't have needed to, he's only at 8. Min would have had the advantage there. Min would not have had the advantage there. But yeah, 73% without a and a stock deficit. Looking quite difficult for Throne here. But 87%, it's definitely not undoable. Like, we saw him come back from worse. Very good time from Ghost Rider there. But 106, we might be seeing what coming out soon. Like, being airs will stop. Probably will start killing in about 20. But yeah, no, that hits ledge now when it's fully charged. Ooh, a little bit of a weird air dodge from Ghost Rider there, probably trying to avoid the crash bomber. In a little bit of a precarious situation, but 121, these like side B's are gonna start hurting. But you know, Dome holding his own, like 52, like definitely could. I was gonna say definitely could get him off stage, and that'd be the stock, but that up smash frame 8 reflected incredibly strong. Bringing it to 1-1 in this best of 5 set. we might just about catch losers semis if this one finishes quickly, but it is Mega Man. It is Mega Man Min Min, so we'll have to see how it goes. Now Theron's the one getting in space. Honestly, not a bad shout. Like I said at the beginning of the last game, Mega Man kind of almost prefers the close range in this matchup because Min Min's range is so absurd that like Mega Man really struggles to contend at this distance. But as I say that, Theron showing why he's really good. Like, still chipping away between these hits of the arms and pulling away to a decently good early start. The first stock's gonna matter a lot, like it did in the last set. Slow games like these are probably gonna be won or lost pretty early on. Like, just about living that crash bomber there. That was very, very close. Close as they missed the air dodge timing, but that forward air. One of those close to the edge will start killing. Back air the same. No ledge. But Throne just content to sit back, go out, safe forward smashes. Which sounds like an oxymoron, but Mega Man, not quite. Neither of these characters really. You can have safe forward smashes Min Min. But, you know, as soon as one stock's lost, the next one's gone as well. Even it up to completely even for a sec, but now just scrapping a little bit, using some of their close range tools here, like down tilt, dash attack. Min Min's, like, grounded normals are incredibly strong. Down tilt and dash attack especially. Really, really strong. Good combo potential, but just not hitting that final hit. If they got that Dragon Arm hit, Laser was almost definitely going to be following afterwards, and Mega Man is not heavy enough to survive that 2 inches from the blast zone. So, Mega Man here retreating to the corner a little bit, but potentially unwise. Mega Man's corner pressure really, really strong here, and 124% is really showing. So here, honestly, Theron almost getting the stock a couple times there. That back air, yeah, it's not going to kill, but that's put Min Min in a bad spot, but just having that jump height to get over that. Though I'm not realizing the laser was going to be strong, yeah. Min Min gaining a strong laser arm, both like, just like damage and knockback can increase, but also that dragon arm is, or that dragon laser is stronger when, after they grab. Throne just barely not getting the kill with that crash bomber. Ghost Rider maybe needing to improve his timing on that a little bit, but it's a little ambiguous, you know, if you don't know the matchup. 152. Oh my god. Yeah, with that much rage, 52%, that is a very swift stock there. 52%. Min Min showing why they're being piloted by the strongest character by the strongest player in the game. Very, very volatile character. We'll have to see how that evolves in the next game. Toji beating Animatics 3-0, and Brewer beating Trek 3-0. Hero DDD is an absolutely awful matchup, so that makes sense to me. Throne switching to the Game & Watch here. Very, very strong character. Used to be his main. Definitely a lot easier. But Ghost Rider getting off to a great start here, though maybe being a little rusty with this Game & Watch here. Uh, 106 to 17. This is looking like a very, very strong start for Min Min here. And that shield's honestly low. Uh, 60%. I mean, it's kind of been 70% unanswered here, really, but yeah. Game Watch so light. Some struggle bullets are probably going to be killing here. 137, honestly, living longer than any Game & Watch has before, and that up smash just clearing it up. 86%, that's really not too bad, especially how volatile Min Min could be upstage. Like, the Rome really could just get her back here soon enough and die. But honestly, maybe slightly too used to the Mega Man lifestyle, that down air. Little bit of a suspect. A little bit of a suspect option, but you know, if you're switching between characters, it's gonna happen. Ghost Rider barely living these bombs. 159. Min Min, super heavy character. Well, I say super heavy. A lot heavier than they should be. Those arms weigh a lot. And wow. Honestly, living on an absolute fucking prayer here. And that just murders. Even the up B arm gets stronger from the grab. And 183, like, Dome just can't kill this guy. Absolutely insane livability shown from Ghost Rider here. But that down air killing 10 times over there. Bring it down to pretty even percents, but entire stock down from Throne is going to be very tough to come back from. But, like I said, the offstage game could always result in Min Min dying in approximately 20 seconds, so 2 of those and it's a game 5. But Ghost Rider looking like he really doesn't want to see that happening. His recovery is being very solid. That's dead. That is an insane death. Giving it 3-1 to Ghost Rider's Min Min. Next up, we will have Toji back on stream, facing off against Brewer, the second seed of the tournament, knocked into losers earlier by Toji. So we'll have to see how this one goes. So, Toji is... Toji. How... So, moving on to losers semis. We'll have Brewer versus Toji, as I just said. We'll hopefully be seeing some good gameplay coming out from these guys. So we will be streaming the rest of this tournament. It will be losers semis and losers finals, and then the winner of that will see who faces Coast Rider in grands. So, stage-wise, in Game 1, it was PS2, which the game went to Toji, Small Battlefield, where it went to Brewer, and then Battlefield, where it went to Toji. So, seems like the smaller stages seem to benefit Brewer here. So I wonder if we'll see that as an adjustment. But, well, hopping right into Game 1, it's going to be Small Battlefield, which is a stage that I did not spell that right at all. Oh, bro. Oh my god, I was busy trying to type, but Toji getting off to a really strong lead of 61%, but Hero showing quite how volatile this matchup might be, because that's a very, very strong couple hits to bring it to even. We've not been used to having characters that have strong single hit moves, like Mega Man Bayo, been a little rough. But honestly here, Brewer definitely looking very strong here. Not winning by too much, but honestly having the killing advantage versus Bayo is definitely strong here. Forward smash. Ooh, maybe a little suspect the eye there from Brewer, but you know, it is what it is. That up air not quite killing. Like any kind of move will start killing, throws will start killing in really not too long. But the bang just picking up that kill. Still got Psych up online, just a little more damage than that up tilt. Not the biggest deal, but you know, you'd rather have it than not. Toji showing that he really likes using this counter in a lot of these projectile matchups. Showing his hand a little bit. Bro's being a little more hesitant about throwing out these moves. And that up smash, absolutely murdering, and that crit, absolutely overkill. But that brings it to an entire stock advantage for Bro. Oh my god, Sleep putting Toji off stage, but Bayo able to recover. And then Pro opting not to absolutely murder himself at 20 with Kamikaze, but maybe you should have. Might have gotten more damage than the 33%. Because Toji has brought this right back. So looking at the menu here, absolutely stacking these buffs. Toji maybe it's a bad idea to be playing defensive against this hero. When you're losing as well, it's a little bit of a suspect idea. Ump's gone. I say that as soon as it comes right back, but hero really likes buff stacking. It's what absolutely popped the shield last stop. But now it's a fucking Christmas tree because red and green. But bruh, still keeping 100% record on this stage against Toji, winning game 1. I imagine we'll see a slightly bigger stage, something probably like PS2 this game. I would reckon, as I don't imagine that Ibra has seen anything of Bayo on Battlefield now. Probably won't be going there. No, Toji opting to run it straight back. That was a very strong performance. If they didn't get their shield popped, that would have been a very difficult game. But it would have been a very, very close game. Brewer putting a lot of pressure on here with these strong moves, and the spell's kind of forcing the approach because you could just let him stack up, but then again he's now Accelerator and like it is as I said, Christmas colors. Like if you're having both, it is incredibly difficult for any character really to avoid hero, because hero players are actually good at using Accelerator for some reason, and I hate that fact. Incredibly difficult for any character really to. Sorry about that. I was just checking my audio tape though. I might actually up or lower the volume of the capture card because it is kind of out. It is kind of randomly out. There we go. That should be a little nicer now. So Brewer taking the first stock here. Not got a huge percent advantage. But honestly, Bayo can struggle to kill. Commentator's Curse instantly coming into effect, because yeah, that gun there is just gonna absolutely murder you for being greedy there. Up air, still got that side cut. Next hit's gonna do quite a bit of damage. Oh my god. Call Toji my granny, because she went kaboom. Oh, that was a really stupid joke, but oh, that is a very, very unlucky crit for Toji, but Brewer definitely needed that, because it was very close, but honestly now, I can say from a mental perspective, getting hit by a crit really throws your mental, and kind of showing Brewer running away with the game right now. But honestly, Toji's still not out of it yet. Like, he could very much still win it. Like, 80%, it's not great. I'm not gonna color a pretty picture, but it could be a lot worse. Hocus Pocus, maybe a little bit of BM there, or maybe a misclick, but yeah, losing all of his mana there. Bounce here from Brewer, probably just to get rid of it as an option, because it's not massively useful in this section. But yeah, definitely Brewer using that kamikaze there. Yeah, that's gonna cover so many options, and even if you whiff, it's not that risky if you're already at that high percent. But Brewer going 2-0 up. Very strong performance so far, but can Toji pull off the reverse 3-0 to maybe mirror what happened in their first set, where it was 2-1 to Toji? Maybe might think twice about the stage choice here. Yeah, I imagine so. But maybe it's a mental adjustment, making sure that that is slightly more than a mental adjustment. Running back to the same stage, but this is an interesting pick. K-Rool definitely a lot more volatile, but that's a very unfortunate start. Toji really wants this counter. Yeah, and Toji really should not shield right about now. There we go. But yeah, I swear to God, if you're playing projectile character, Sakurai himself hand feeds the hero player's bounce every single time it comes up, because it just makes it really difficult. Like, I really was not too sure. I'm really not too sure on this K-Rool pick, but I would be happy to be proven wrong. Kaboom, that'll be killing though. I mean, K-Rool, very explosive character, but you know, hero showing why you might actually be more explosive in a very literal sense. But that down or up smash, not quite killing. But honestly, Toji bringing it back quite well. Missing the tech. No crit on that down smash. Yeah, these counters from Toji just lose so much space. And that is heartbreaking 57%. Oh god, do I hit hero? Unbiased commentary. But as someone who gets very unlucky versus hero every time, I can say that hurts. Getting that down smash KO though, that was a very well positioned down smash. Ooh, falling out of that, bit of a big deal for Toji, but is it too little too late, honestly? Looks like it is, because that was a very dominant showing. Clearly, the K-Rool was a pick of no confidence, meaning that Brewer moves on in bracket to now fight their own 5 in losers finals. Ugh. So that was a very quick set to contrast the slow ones we'd been having before. But we'll have to see if this next one reflects that. Maybe it's a hero being quite so explosive. I've used that term a lot, but here works a pretty good double entendre. Two to 3 sets left. Winner of this faces Coast Rider in winners. Well, not in winners, in grand finals. Avoid hero. 2 to 3 sets left. Winner of this faces Coast Rider in winners. Not in winners, in grand finals. Well, just currently waiting for Throne to check in, which he just has. I'll be excited to see how these two are gonna go. So I will check if they've ever fought before. They have never, so this will be the first time that they have fought. So stage-wise, I've got no clue. To be completely honest, I have zero clue. I think that maybe some of the larger stages, like PS2, might benefit Hero, just having more space to stack spells. And the more often you can get bounce, the better. But then once you've got bounce, you kind of want the smaller stage. That being said, it will actually be Game & Watch, not Mega Man here. Probably a little wary of the bounce and the ability to bucket a lot of the really strong projectiles. Might turn Hero against itself, but we'll have to see how this game rolls out.
3, 2, 1.
Wishing your opponent good luck if you're when you're playing against the Hero. Very scary choice. Oh. So here, playing on PS2, I said this might benefit. Is that already full bucket? It is in fact. Jab full bucket probably kills here. You can do landing nair full bucket. You might have to see a different approach if this bucket comes into play, as often as it already has. I don't know if it counts as a projectile. But yeah, honestly, looking pretty even. But like I said, that bucket can persist for so long. Bro, really liking that down smash. It's a quick option. It's a quick coverage option, but we'll have to see. Yeah, I can see Throne going for these jabs. And yeah, that bucket instantly coming into play. And maybe there's no mash there. I would have thought that in all that time that Game & Watch would be able to mash out of that. But maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Hero is just infinitely broken. So I think that Brewer is going to be incredibly wary of bucket from here on in. Bounce really helping with the down airs. Not down airs, forward airs. That were putting on a lot of pressure there. But yeah, not Throne, Brewer definitely looking like they're fishing for these buffs now. Just like stacking a good few of them, and now they're a freight train with movement stats as good as speed form here. Speed form Shulk. And yeah, the freight train coming out. Yeah, very good bounce there from Brewer there, completely evading that sausage ledge trap. I do wonder if we'll see a switch from Throne if this doesn't end well. I want to say Hero known for popping shields and Game & Watch known for shielding quite a lot, and I wonder if we'll see one of those in this set. But Brewer currently, not letting Throne breathe. But doesn't look like he needs to. Like, that's the neat part. He doesn't breathe. He just like keeps on the or lets him put on the pressure until he's confident. But I think I spoke it into existence. There's the shield break I was thinking about. Absolutely terrifying character when he's got all of his buffs up. So I wonder, will we stick to the Game & Watch? The planned bucket seemed to instantly have that instant gratification, but it never really came up again. I don't remember Brewer using basically any energy projectiles, just sticking to the slashes and the stacking buffs, and in that case, just Brewer using range and just massive kill power against Game & Watch seemed to really help. But Thorm really wants to just run it right back. So we'll see if there's going to be a playstyle adjustment from him here. Well, instantly this has started a very similar way, buffeting can't see if that was a boom or a kaboom, but either way, that's 2/3 of the bucket already done. And I don't think the Brewer's going to want to throw out anymore. But Thorm coming up to a good start here. Oh, it was only one, and thank God, because that Sizz just finishes it. Oh my God. Living there, but yeah, very strong hatchet man. Honestly, very, maybe not underrated, but definitely very overlooked tool in the hero's kit. Because you never really should get hit by it. But if you're prepping to get hit by like a metal slash, and it messes up your timing, or not a metal slash, a flame slash, it can really, really fuck with you. So here, looking very even, 105%, but tragic SD from Thorm there. And yeah, Hero not realizing quite how safe that up smash is. -7 uncharged goes to -3 when fully charged. You're gonna have a rough time punishing that one. Ooh, that was very nearly a dead paper there. But Thorm showing here that bounce is kind of really needed. But getting off the ledge here. Because they've really been struggling. But without forward air and bacon, it's been a little hard. It was a little harder earlier on, but Brewer currently very low on mana, and Thorm just letting it rip. That was a very, very weak bucket. The only reason the first one was so strong was because it absorbed the explosion itself of Kaboom. So maybe Brewer realizing that and just doing that, but another oomph here. That is a very dead Game & Watch back here. Super, super strong. Slow move, but that'll absolutely murder there. 125 after the hit. Yeah, not even close. So, Brewer very happy to just sit back here with this bounce and just fish for the buffs that he wants. And he gets them. Like, Thorm's kind of letting him, like, it's very difficult. It can be difficult to approach if they've got range in your Game & Watch. Ooh, that roll behind just barely saving Thorm here. And Brewer has been low on mana for a while now. But wasted Hocus Pocus on shield and it doesn't pop. Accelerator bounce. Now his potentially where Brewer goes on the offense. He's not got oomph until now, apparently. But yeah. Oomp's probably going to wear off in a couple seconds here, but they really need some mana here, like 13. But that heal, very strong there. Bring them back down, but evened up the percent really quickly. Oh, wow. I think that deflection off the shield honestly hurt Brewer there, because I think that the down smash might have poked if it hadn't, but still taking that game, not nearly as convincing as the first, but there's still a good chance for a switch. I'm not sure if they'll want to risk it, because just the amount that Hero can have bounce just makes it so difficult to play Mega Man into it, when like your entire game plan is just kind of null and void. But that might be what we're looking at here, but it could just be a stage swap. So here it is switched to the Game and what? It is a switch to the Mega Man. Oh, and counter swap to the let's see. I don't know the names of the hero skins. Okay, shoot me. But we will have to see. Brewer definitely a lot more comfortable throwing out these kabooms, as we've instantly seen. But then again, he's thrown one out at the start of every match, because for some reason it's in like every single menu pull-off apparently. Oh, that was a very close counter from a very close down air from Throne. But there's the bounce. This is where it gets hard for Throne. Game plan is not null, maybe not completely null, but very difficult. Psych up. I mean, the bounce is gone. You will happily take a psych up for like in exchange for getting rid of bounce, but it's back again. Though maybe proving his own point as to why he didn't start with this Mega Man. Like, his Mega Man is excellent, quite possibly better than his Game & Watch. But does that matter in a matchup this difficult? A little bit, but honestly, still holding his own fairly well. But yeah, that psych up throw is gonna absolutely murder. We've got Accelerator psych up here, another Christmas tree, but this Leaf Shield being a little annoying to deal with, even with Accelerator, or maybe even especially with Accelerator, getting that micro positioning to be able to space around it, really going to be difficult here. And Throne showing that, you know, he is far from out of it here. Like, that down air, very good position from, or very good option from Throne here. But, you know, Brewer hitting back with a really strong 40-ish% advantage state. Like, this Accelerator, like, even without bounce, the other ones can be an incredibly difficult pill to swallow for Mega Man. And there is the bounce. Like, there's only so much you can do as Mega Man, quite literally. Like, half your moveset is really bad. Like, even edge guarding, the only thing you want to do is down air. And when that's turned off, what do you have? Like, really? But makes it out of that situation alive. And getting some pretty good damage here on Brewer, and that MP is getting low. There's only so much you can do. Playing very well. Brewer getting the grab there, getting a little bit more damage. All that up tilt, not quite killing. Maybe another one will, but yeah, Throne. Yeah, just spacing with forward air. That forward air is a great tool for that kind of thing. And honestly, that went really well for Throne, burning a lot of mana there and getting some good damage in. So maybe realizing that's a good strategy, even when what do we call it? Bounce isn't in play, because it netted them a lot of percent. Ooh, very close low jump due to that pull-in of the thing. 41%, that's really not unmanageable good advantage stay and or a good few neutral wins, and then that's even. When I say a good few, I mean quite a few, because like just getting a few hits of this Leaf Shield is really slowing down the pace, and that forward smash. I have not got my sound on, so I didn't hear if that was a crit or not, but that absolutely murdered, letting Brewer win the Rio and advancing on to Grand Finals to fight Coast Rider. Well, we'll have to see who Coast Rider decides to go for, because we've seen a few characters out of them today, but the main is the Luigi, so that is what I'd expect. So, who will Coast Rider go in this very fine set? Coast Rider playing Diddy. Very interesting. I was not familiar with their Diddy. I knew they had a DK, but not that kind. So, we head to Small Battlefield as our first stage here. Well, we'll have to see how this goes. Obviously, I'm familiar with this matchup. I can imagine that Bounce stopping Banana can definitely be a little annoying, but Diddy Kong, still a strong character without it, and can rush Hero down. But we're clearly showing these able to fend it off, because good start so far. Absolute tip of the crackle slash there. Just freezing the Diddy, but back though. That forward smash absolutely gonna murder there. Putting like snooze is a very, very strong tool, can net you a kill at a lot of percents. So I'll just check this now. But Coast Rider still doing good here, getting off stage, but not quite managing to finish the job. Definitely wanting to fish for these back air kills. entire stock lead from, or almost an entire stock lead from Brewer, but that goes away pretty quick. I will mention now, Coast Rider is currently 2-0 up on Brewer, with both Diddy and with both DK and Luigi. So we'll have to see if Brewer can take that first win here. They've not really, I was gonna say they've not really answered back with much since they lost this stock, but 20-ish%. Yeah, the stiff breeze will kill Diddy Kong there. 140, not the heaviest character in the world, and with Psych Up, yeah, like Diddy is very much living there. Oh, not living there. Psych Up's back online, goes for that hard read, but doesn't quite get it. Coast Rider not being as predictable as maybe Pro would like them to be. Now sadly I'll have to go after one set of grands, no matter who wins. But I'm happy to see some good Diddy Kong, well, maybe not Diddy Kong for long, but Hero, and some good Hero gameplay in this first game at least. We might see a counter pick to Luigi or maybe even to DK. But the Diddy Kong, I wouldn't say dismantled, but it was a little. It was a little bit rough for Coast Rider there. True, that's a very swift. It's not a switch from Coast Rider. Still, Diddy Kong's got faith in it. Maybe he's wanting to play around for this first set and then lock in for the second, but we'll have to see. So, we're on town here. I know it's a very favourable stage for Diddy, but very volatile as well, I'll say. Like, if you get crit, you're dead at 20, let's be real. Or crit F smash, let's say. But looking a little better for Coast Rider here. Like, getting the percentage advantage early on. Brewer very low on mana here, despite evening up the percents. Forward air, I'll give him a little more on that bounce. So percent staying very even for this first stock. Very risky up smash there, not quite getting him killed, but not exactly in a massively limited position here. But that down smash does just about pick up the KO. Rage plus Town City probably the thing confirmed it, but very nice parry blocking the Psych Up hit on shield. But Coast Rider here. Doing very, very well. 40%, 50%, only to 8. The second stock has been going a lot better for Coast Rider than it has for Brewer. That was very, very strong F smash, which okay, and Brewer's dead is even Stevens going into the last stop. One strong, one dirty combo, and Coast Rider's taking the lead, but Brewer's not letting him get that hit. 61%, kind of unanswered here. Coast Rider using a lot of that side B, the versatility of having the kick and the command grab, killing him, but that very, very unfortunate couple SDs there from Brewer, and Coast Rider take that game, putting it at 1-1. So sticking with Diddy Kong Hero here, stage is back on small battlefield, so I'll have to see if this goes like it did for game 1, or maybe if Coast Rider's magically gonna get Brewer to SD twice more, but you know, honestly anything can happen. Hero is a very, very volatile character. Zoom here, letting him go back to stage completely unpunished. But yeah, this side cup could honestly spell devastation even at this low percent. 1 in 8 chance any forward smash will just absolutely murder. Coast Rider very happy to just use full hop and oh god. Uses full hop and just fade out of Hero's range, but you know, Brewer in return absolutely content to just sit there and read the menu. But Coast Rider going off to a decently early lead here. 113, it's very close to death, but like any additional damage that Coast Rider can stack on here will be quite nice. But with that being said, doesn't get any, but with bounce, that is quite difficult to get that first hit because a lot of confirms start with banana. But instantly still even, 48%, 46, very close. Diddy getting huge combo there, very, very good well played from Coast Rider. And yeah, just keeping this pressure on. Hero managing to get a second hit, but instantly gets hit off. The animation for side cut is a little long maybe. Yeah, Hatchet Man not been going well for Brewer so far. The one that happened off stage definitely killing, but that up smash just barely killing. Maybe a little bit of DI could have helped. Maybe a little better DI could have helped there, but Coast Rider 85%. But with stock advantage, we'll see if he gets any damage off of it. Off of this stock lead this time. He gets 5%, you know. Very, very You know, absolutely game-winning 5%. That is a rough, I believe, crit. I still don't have sound on, but I don't think that was gonna, I didn't think that was gonna kill without crit. Maybe I'm just underestimating, maybe I'm just underestimating, but... So it's still going to be Diddy Kong for this set. Running it right back to a small battlefield.
3, 2, 1, go!
So, game 4 here. Looking very easy, 75 to 60. Like it's anyone's game, but we've seen how Brewer really managed to swing the games very, very quickly. So, this first stock, honestly, might matter more for Brewer than it will for Coast Rider, because like, if Coast Rider gets the first stock, he's really not been doing much with that. Brewer's been playing very, very strongly with this, with that percentage, even with that, whatchamacallit drop. But, here, Coast Rider, once again, losing that stock first. Have to see if they can make as much use out of it as Brewer has been. %. It's not nothing, but Coast Rider probably wants to get this kill quickly. Brewer having some pretty unfortunate SDs this game, this set admittedly. 78% though, that Kaboom is a jumpless monkey. But still manages to live. That crit on shield would have been very, very unfortunate if that was an F smash. Honestly, Brewer getting incredibly lucky this set. But you know, yeah, that down smash absolutely murdering there. 8% to 1. But Brewer with the Brewer with the stock lead. 34%. That's a kill percent. One nice strong crit forward smash, and then that would leave Brewer. And that would lead Brewer to whatchamacallit, just win the first set of grands. I should probably update this too. The grand finals. Oh, it's Coast Rider dead? No, not quite. Manages to smash out of the ice block. But yeah, very strong lead from Brewer here. Can Coast Rider take it back? Maybe. 111%. That's tough, but with a good. With like a good edge guard, did he spike very, very strong? It's almost like you can hear me. That was a very... It wouldn't have killed, but it would have given him the opportunity to go for a second. Forward air will start killing around here with that psych up. But so will up though. Meaning, Brewer wins set 1. I can stay for the second set. That was a quick one. So, we'll see. Will Coast Rider stick to this Diddy Kong, or will he counterpick back to Luigi? Oh, gotta love waiting for StartGG to load the flood bracket. There we go. Yeah, time to see who will Coast Rider be playing. Which of his litany of characters shall he dabble in today? So it does seem like Coast Rider is sticking with Diddy for this set. I wonder what kind of changes he'll make to his game plan. Maybe he should try rubbing a rabbit's foot, or I don't know, breaking some less mirrors. Can never be too sure these days. Okay, we're on Hollow Bastion for this game 1. So, interesting adaptation from Coast Rider here. Very much wanting that kill, that early kill. But has instead got the early damage. For that really nice spike kill there. Maybe he was holding back that first game. Didn't want to playing with his food because that was a very swift first stop. Diddy Kong lives there. Not quite. I thought he had a jump, but I think he must have used it just beforehand. Bring it down to a smackdown even game here. Coast Rider still not beating the curse of not getting any damage on the stock or losing his, but ooh. Very, very close game right now. 82 to 81. Like, it's anyone's game here for the first stock. Shield's looking very low. But Ghost Rider very wisely throwing away the banana. As soon as that fuck-ass purple shield comes up. Because there's only so much, like, the banana hurts more than it helps. It's such a strong approach option. But if you can't throw it, you can't throw it. Ooh, unfortunate low profile of the grab there. Ghost Rider getting a little greedy for that down air, maybe. But still gets that forward air. Can he get some good damage down before this stock goes? Answer says... Survey says even. No, seemingly. Yeah, that is an absolute curse. Ghost Rider really struggling to get these damage between stocks, but Brewer losing game 1 to a very unfortunate SD. But we'll have to see, can Ghost Rider keep up this momentum? Because they played extremely well that game. But can they stay playing well? Remains to be seen. So we'll see what Ghost Rider's choice is here. Yoshi's PS2 and another state and FD, I believe, were banned, which means we're running back to small battlefield. So I'll have to see. First hit going to Ghost Rider. Getting some good damage here. Probably wants down air, yeah, I was going to say that. Ooh, very, very scary F smash there. 1 in 8 chance that that's a very dead Diddy. Hero getting another bounce there. Really limiting to these options, but Ghost Rider still still putting on good pressure. 61% is pretty good against the 111, but excellent parry there. Doesn't quite kill, but it becomes smash attacks very, very weak. That one might. In fact, it does. Maybe slightly better DI could have saved him, but I'm not even sure. That is the most damage he's gotten between stocks so far. Is this the run? Absolute miracle. Oh, maybe not miracle, just misspacing, but Ghost Rider looking very strong here. And Brewer SDing. Really, really unfortunate for Brewer this game. Oh my god. This Diddy Kong should be so dead. But honestly, like, he must believe in the spirit of Christmas, because that's the only thing I can think that would have saved him there. This maybe looking like a 3-star here. Not quite. Not quite, but still looking incredibly strong for Ghost Rider. I wouldn't say, I'd say don't count chicken for hatches, but that chick is already out of its shell. That is. I just realized who won game 1? Coast Rider did. Oh my god, I completely blanked it. Yeah, Coast Rider really showing how showing his adaptation this set. Is there going to be a character switch from Brewer? They don't play many other characters. Call account to pick, that's very, very valid choice, but I might be seeing a Diddy count to pick as well. Diddy call account to pick. Kalos. Interesting. So Kalos here, that definitely gives Brewer a bit more space. A bit more space to stay on stage as well, which has been a bit of a bane for Brewer, but I mean Coast Rider showing that he is very content with just running in there and fucking wailing on him. Because that was a good 68%, like, bit of a scary situation off stage. You never know when the barrels are just gonna absolutely destroy you. But yeah, bro, getting quite getting maybe not dismantled, but definitely Coast Rider showing some really like strong movement here, strong advantage state, keeping just like locking Hero down, not letting him breathe, like odd choice, but you know, I respect it. Going for the up B follow-up is an option. Oh, that would have been a very, very rough whack kill if they'd have gotten it, but that percentage is probably only about a 30% chance, but Coast Rider absolutely demolishing this game, like 2 stocks to 1, but like not really let Brewer play. It has been rough to be a hero in this set, but he's not really been getting all of his buffs. I feel like Diddy Kong's been too on him to fish for him enough, but takes the first stock, really not out of it yet. Hero could quite literally explode Diddy Kong in a second, but I think Coast Rider really leaning away from this banana peel, because like without it he's been doing incredibly, but I say that this stock's gone a little more even for Coast Rider than he might have liked. Ooh, that would have been a very, very scary whack there. Or thwack. I don't know which one's which. I think thwack is the close range one. But that is it. The re-owed Coast Rider winning Midweek Mashing 107. I have been Al Capone. Hope you've enjoyed. But GG's to everyone.